TB Monk, and TB Throw. Both of these builds are contenders for the best martial in the whole game, and both of these builds are synonymous with the feat Tavern Brawler. I mean, we actually call them TB Throw and TB Monk, it's literally in the name. But why? What exactly makes Tavern Brawler so strong that it became an integral component of both builds to the point that we actually named them after it? Well, the feat gives you +1 strength or constitution, and its passive reads, when you make an unarmed attack, use an improvised weapon, or throw something, your strength modifier is added twice to the damage and attack rolls. Consider this hypothetical. You are a level 4 monk, you started with 17 strength, then you took Tavern Brawler, which brought you up to 18. This would give you a strength modifier of +4. With 18 strength, your punches would normally deal 1d6 + 4, and Tavern Brawler doubles the modifier to 1d6 + 8. So in that example, Tavern Brawler accounts for approximately 42% of your damage per punch, which is really high. And unlike Sharpshooter or Great Weapon Master, there isn't actually a downside to Tavern Brawler, so you are nearly doubling your damage with no downside. So yeah, it's an amazing feat, and I haven't even mentioned the strongest part about it yet. Wait. What? Yeah, you heard me right. Despite what you'll often hear and read, the damage is not the reason why this feat is so damn strong. In fact, even if you remove the damage and the +1 ability score, this feat would still be by far the strongest feat in the whole game. Before I explain why, I need to introduce you to a core design principle of D&D, bounded accuracy. The purpose of bounded accuracy is to limit the impact of flat modifiers and make sure that the d20 roll, which every check requires, remains relevant. Basically, succeeding at a check should, at the end of the day, remain somewhat random. It's a pretty good system because it keeps things fun and balanced. If you could just pass every check you ever encountered, well, there really wouldn't be much fun to it because there wouldn't be much challenge to it. To illustrate why Tavern Brawler is such a big problem in a system like this, let's give an example. Let's say that you're level 4 and you encounter a door which you have to lockpick. The DC of the lockpicking check is 15. And at level 4 you could reasonably have a dex score of 18, so you would have a dex modifier of 4 and a proficiency bonus of 2. If you added both of those to the lockpicking check, you would end up getting 6, so you would need to roll a 9 or higher to pass the check. Which to me seems pretty fair and balanced, like that would be a fun check to have to pass. Now, suppose at level 4 you could pick up a feat which would add your dex modifier twice to lockpicking checks. Well, what effectively would happen is that you would jump from a 60% chance of success on a 15 DC check to an 80% chance of success. In other words, the d20 that you're rolling is mostly irrelevant to you passing the check, because all you have to do is get a 5 or higher, so the element of randomness is mostly gone. Now, in my opinion, being able to pass a DC 15 check with an 80% chance of success or higher is a bit of a problem, and this is exactly what bounded accuracy is supposed to fix. Basically, if you keep the flat bonuses available to players at that time in the game within reason, players can stack a bunch of them together to guarantee success on any given task, which is good. That's the ideal situation. It's balanced and it's fun. Do you see where I'm going with this now? Recall the description of Tavern Brawler. It doesn't just influence your damage, it also adds your strength modifier twice to attack rolls. And for those of you who don't know, attack rolls are a d20 roll, they are a check. If you imagine the lockpicking example, but this time on a 15 AC enemy, you effectively have a 80% chance to hit that enemy. At level 4. And it comes at no cost and with exactly 0 downside. Having that bonus at level 4 is already game-breaking, but now consider what a endgame build might look like. By Act 3, your strength modifier can become as large as +8 with an elixir or +7 naturally, which Tavern Brawler is going to double, resulting in a staggeringly high +14 or +16 bonus to attack rolls. The absolute highest AC an enemy can possibly have in Act 3 is 27. With your +14 bonus from Strength and Tavern Brawler and your +4 from Proficiency, you only have to roll a 9 or higher to hit a 27 AC enemy. And then for the average enemy, which hovers somewhere around 20 AC, you literally just have to not roll a 1 and you hit the enemy. There is basically zero RNG involved here. Tavern Brawler has made the D20 roll completely irrelevant, and I mean that literally the only thing you could roll to fail this is a 1. To be clear, Tavern Brawler is certainly not the only thing in the game which is breaking bounded accuracy. It's just by far the biggest offender of it. And it does it without having any actual downside, and is available at level 4. Level freaking 4. You can't even learn haste at level 4. So yes, the damage and ability score bonuses are nice, but it really is the bonus to attack rolls, the availability at only level 4, and the lack of any actual cost or downside, which makes Tavern Brawler by far the strongest and the most broken feat in the whole game. That's it. Bye.